Testing, testing. Okay, now it works. Let's check the stream. It's streaming and the sound is quite okay, I think. Yeah, volume seems fine. We're not playing regular, we're playing Haunt. Survivor has a bonus, not very much. Should we click on Killer Game? We were playing Demogorgon before, right? Okay. Let's just jump into one game. Oh, what's our toe? Okay. Let's. Hello, Vin. How are you? One tired streamer today. I've been out herding sheep, and I'm back, and I've been doing errands and family. You're tired as well? Then it's two of us. How's your sleep pattern? Is this your normally the time you could sleep nowadays? It's at your place. It's 20 minutes to 1. Out the whole day today. Nice. Shopping. What? An expensive day for poor Win. Or a fun day, perhaps. I don't know. I bet there's like big malls in Germany. You can shop whatever you want. You can eat there and oh, how nice. When was your birthday? Oh yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, right? She's got it going on. Oh, I love this loading screen, by the way. I'm guessing you've seen it already. There's Maurice in the corner. There's the Skull Merchant's new outfit. Little nods to characters and killers everywhere. Open portal, channel abyss. There's somebody. Okay, you want me to follow you? Okay. She jumped down here. And she went this way. Let's go this way. We can kick a haunt, of course. Ooh, eating bullets. But I'm getting them all. I like that. Did I get there? I did not. Let's go find some machines are working. Okay, somebody took out. these two. Okay. Finish that one. Let's go see where they go. There he is. Somebody went off grid. There we go. Let's go around. Let's go around again. Yes. Shall we dare, shall we dare? Do we dare to eat a peach? Oh, there's one. She's out again, okay. One of the things they've done with the quests is you have to get like a heck of a lot of hooks in the abyss, and it's almost impossible to get one. So that's a little bit of a silly thing they've done there, I feel, because I don't get any. See if I now can finally get one of those. Have the haunts. I hear something here. The screwman. There are two in the thingy. Now I need to go to the thingy. And now what he'll do now is he'll jump out of the thing, right? There's nothing I can do to stop him from that. Unless I get him down. Oh, sorry for complaining. Pick up space. Hook him here. How do I hook him here? There we are. There's two hooks to skin. What the frick is going on? Love it. Love it. There's one hook. And they kind of reappeared the other one, right? I haven't used my haunts yet. This is going good. 2 gens. Where are they? Over there. 1, 2, 3. It's not perfect, but... Okay. Somebody was here. There you are. This girl again. Okay. What wanna do here? Go this way. Okay. Do I have a haunt? I do not. It's kinda sad. Did I do it? Let's drop her for a while. Let's see if anybody's on Jins. They're so far between each other, I should do a portal or something. Open portal control. So far between each other. Oh, they finished that one, which means... Oh, and this one's getting progress. It's not my kind of game, this one. There's that guy. I think he's on that hook or something. She wants my attention. She can have it if she wants. She went to that thing. Somebody's here. Got him. He's out. Oh, two people are still in here. Why couldn't I jump there? That's weird. She's going that way again. Ugh. Just gonna do it one more time. Let's just do it quick. Oh, she got me. She got me good. Wow. Pick up our up. Let's see if the flashlight's here. No, not this time. They finished. Oh, nice for them. She's there. Got her up. Where's the hook? Nearest hook. It's upstairs. This is a bad group, merged in me, and I didn't win. It was disappointing with Vescachet. Quite a bad group. I just couldn't play it. Didn't play the game as it's supposed to be played. Okay, she's done. Let's just get her up on the hook. She said, let's go there. Okay, not going. I see. Okay. Oof. Not gonna save your friend. That's pretty lame. There you are. It's up to you to save her. Okay. Spent all game piloting me just to abandon her friends. That's not very nice. Nice. 3 escapes. Oof. Up and down the whole day shopping. What's my money? Doctor, how much do you want to bet she has with the survivor? But the survivor, yeah. Run to pallet, camp pallet, run to pallet, camp pallet. Yeah, that's the thing. She really's been dropping her pallet. Yeah, and she stunned me every time. She pre-drops her pallet. Survivor main is me hurting. It's typically one of those players each game. Sometimes I just leave them alone, but sometimes I do that. I'm not in my best of state today, so I'll just probably do that whole game, which means I should probably run now. Like anti-pallet build or something, but I don't want to be bothered GG, Yunjin. Jed. My dog is here. He wants to say hi. Let's see here. You want to say hi, Gerald? We can that by the and it's not for you. Don't go that. It's spicy salami sticks. Jill. Not for Jill. That was fun, yeah, nice. Go and get some sleep, Jim. It's not for you. Only for Dad. Oh, we better ready up. Gameplay mode. Love this one. So what we have is top left corner Dwight going through a portal. Bottom left corner a totem. Bottom left one there. I don't get that reference. It's like a game console with some cassettes on the floor. Then there's the new artist skin is a poster. The new skull merchant skin is a poster. Then there's a clown thingy. I guess a skin from another Halloween chapter or something like that. And there's like on what's it called? 80s. No, not 80s. Golden Age comic, horror comic reference in that panel. I think I don't know if it's a survivor or anything like that. Oh, Taco so cute, says Medic Wiki. That's a funny name. Medic Wiki. Reference to people doing medical research on their Wikipedia. Oh, did not get it. Let's see if we can try. I did not. I should probably not play this killer today. Gonna get outplayed every game. I should probably not play killer today. Okay, I'll play the survivors well, but at least I get some gameplay where I don't get humiliated. And she's going through that again. They're probably up here again. Not dropping any pallets. What's it called? Greeting the pallets. I'll just be the doofus, I guess. Be the doofus. Somebody went outside. Not gonna go after them. Sable, perhaps she's more like my level. Let's see. Doesn't matter if they're my level today. I'm playing so bad that I'm afraid I will get humiliated by whoever. She's got dramaturgy. She's back at that pallet. Somebody's here. Did she go this way? There she goes. Greeting our pallet. And now I'm so slow that they'll pallet save her, no? Well, I think we'll just stick to the main two. Let them finish the others. There's plenty to do here. She's saved, okay. Okay, not going this way, there we not greeting pallets. Somebody going this way, it's this girl. She likes the waltz, that one. The waltz. We've got some action over there, let them get that. Don't know why I've picked playing this killer today. Well, some survivor is over, I have no idea where it is. Guessing some survivor. Okay, I wonder where I can enter that thingy. There's one. Space. Oh. Second up for her. Deadman switch activated there. Where are they going? This way. How long do I have to chase this girl? Can't even see her yet. How fast is this player? Okay. Okay. Isn't she dead? Went to a corner, then they got flashlight saving. Tunnel there, I guess. Get her down here. Oi! Did not get that hit. Okay. They're out this way. I see, I see. That's a nice hit. I'll take that little win if I could find her now. I don't know where a pallet is. Let's just go for it, I guess. Is there one this way? Is there one this way? Oh yeah, there's one. No, on the hook, I mean, of course. Somebody is injured and doing this one. Let's find the hook. There's one. The Claudette is a sneaky sneak. I think she'll just abandon these two, I think. Is what I'm getting. No, she won't. She'll go and rescue our friend. Let's see if we can find Claudette for once. Isn't there one over here? The other two are mending and stuff. I think they will work upstairs there. Did I get her? No. Okay. You wanna stay here? Watch your friend die, or? Okay, both of you. There's one. Okay. We can wait here if you want. What is that flashlight playing? Yeah, I don't know. She's trying to summon Batman, perhaps? Might not be good, but I'm patient, Miss Claudette. You'll find. Now, how do I do this? Aren't I supposed to be able to kill her? Jen Lopez, pick up control for portal kill. Oh, nice. Got lucky there. I got lucky. I was able to tunnel that first one, I guess, which was a good play. I think she was better than me, but she just wanted to engage the killer, and I don't have enough morals to not tunnel. Raid. What's my... I should probably pick the killer, but what's my... this one? Oh yeah, it's the arcade adapt thingy. Let's play some arcade adapt, I guess. I think I got a few of those quests. Haunted by Dead, let's see. Hulk Fitness version with 3. Nice. So it's doable. It's doable. It's doable. Because the event will be 18 days here. Survivor. Kate. That is Kate. Do I have the add-up thingy? I have the add-up thingy. Everything is set up. I'll just jump in the game. Oof. I am totally knackered. Totally knackered. Got up this morning at 8 and actually I got up at I still playing Dead by Daylight. That's my, when I'm knackered, I do this thingy. It's not for you, Gerald. You wanna be on camera again? What do you can think win? Should we give him a salami stick? A spicy salami stick? Min says yes. Come. Yes, come. Yeah, come. Come up. They're spicy, Joe. Doesn't seem to mind. We'll give him the whole one. Crazy dog. Feed the dog. Well, it's thanks to win, just so you know. My wife got this thingy, a sandwich. I think it's like a ham sandwich. Not anything. But then they put some, obviously they put some dressing in it, and she hates dressing. So, it means I get the leftovers. I like it. Hello, Gerald. That was your salami stick. Don't. It was a one-off stream thingy, so you don't have to live on that for a while. Gerald, that's my. He pushes himself because now I'm eating a ham thingy, and last time I did this, it worked. Also, I'm tripping. Am I tripping, or did they make the animation for kicking pumpkins as Survivor slightly longer than last year? You might be right. It does feel hella slow, yeah. It does do that. You might be right. Perhaps they want us to savor the moment, or they just nerfed the. We still get a speed boost, right, or something from it, and you get 1,000 blood points. Oh, it's nice. I think the killer side of the Rift Hunt thingy is very lackluster. You get that haunt thingy, but many killers can't really use it for much. Well, 1,000, which becomes 2,000 because of the sacrifice. Right? It's okay. Kicking and punking. Plus, you get a little bit of energy to make your little crystal. It's the animatronic. Kick and pump thing. Get a measly 100k, yeah. Oh. We'll just go to another one, I think. Unless she comes this way. In which case. Wait, oh, he is Surge. How did he get her down so fast? Did he have like some exposed thingy? Oh, he probably hit her with the hatched. No, then he would have picked her up right away. Why is he not picking her up? He is picking her up. I missed the Blood Moon event. Snack I'm still on, sorry about that. So yes, Painless and Surge. Let's take care of Snack up. Let's see this event here. Hella slow, I think, is the correct description. Now, how long until he pops back here? Not very long, right? She's rescued. Well, if he chases somebody, then it might be a little while, depending on how good the survivor is. So we'll stick here for a while. Will he come back here? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He got me good. Let's drop this one, and then we can reload the thingy. Damn it. Not dodging those axes. A sweaty animatronic. I wonder if we even finish one in this game. Yeah, we'll probably finish one or two. Thank you very much, Guebu. I'll kick that pump again. For win. This is what you're not supposed to do. Go back on the same gen that he knows you go back on all the time. Kicking pumpkins in slow motion. Well, we've got enough to open a rift and stuff. Let's do some shenanigans and waste probably time and what have you. There's a portal. Now how do I enter that space? No. Let's go to the thingy. He gets a little notification. He's still in chase. The view. I'm back. Let's find the. Oh, there's a pumpkin here. Shall we rescue? I'm pretty close. Oh, there's a rift there. I wonder how much you get from opening a rift. Do we heal? No? Let's insert this thingy. And we'll go over here and do the gen that I'm not supposed to be doing. He's not. He's coming over here. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, he's the scary one, right? More spicy salami stick. Do we heal? We do. Hello, Sable. There's a Sable. No, it's a Nia with a weird skin. It's a Nia with a weird skin. I see. Do we go somewhere else? Now that I'm on Death Talk, we probably should. There's one. Let's just go there. Where's that door? It's over there. Oh, there's a pumpkin there as well. Somebody's on hook. She's getting rescued, I'm guessing. Yeah. That doesn't look good. Got some speed boost. It's good. Should they have done that the other way around? He had will make it. That's nice. Yeah, pumpkin. Is he coming through the shack thingy? Everybody's on Death Hook. You know what? I'm gonna get myself one of those crystals after this gen. I'm gonna use it to hide and find the hatch when we get to that point of the game. Then I'm gonna get my little challenge done. Wasn't there a swirly thingy over here somewhere? Oh my lord. Damn. That's me done for. That's me done for. I'm afraid. That's me done for. Well, good luck to you. That character, I can't remember his name. Not Felix. Oof, my eyes are tired. Glitch trap. Well, look at all these pumpkins. 30,000. Smash 50 pumpkins. Yes, sir. Affirmative. If I'm to say, I will. And we are doing some rift thingies, I guessing. Or whatever that was. Oof. I'm kinda ready up for the next game. And I'm gonna get myself beer, I think. Aren't I out? Ooh, 50 Oryx back. I must have 1,000. I am indeed out of beer. Chill. I'm gonna fetch a beer. Want anything? Probably. But you shouldn't, so I won't tempt you. I'll be back. I'm back. Knackered. Tired. Spent. Is it? Spent. Sleep in peace when day is done. Chill. That's what I like. In about 20 minutes, I think I'll at least stream for an hour, right? Just to, where I feel like I'm not doing that Haunted by Daylight progress I'm supposed to. I feel like the day hasn't been spent properly. So, oh, I think I earned some. Sorry about that. Twitch drop or something. Yeah, you are eligible for something. Claim now. Eligible again. Go back. Go into game. Ready up. One Michaela, one Fang, and one Sable. This looks scary. Gerald, would you stop smelling butt? A couple of games more. Then I think I'll sit down and not in the front of the computer watching something like, oh, I was watching a movie, right? Manchester by the Sea. I'll finish that. Oops. Oh, thank you very much. Given. And then I'll start nodding. And I'll finish my beer. And then I'll go to bed. And I don't plan on being up to tomorrow until like 12 or something. Yeah. Sleep in peace when day is done. So what did you get when you went out shopping? I'm guessing. Or what does Vind like? I think you like those fake nails and stuff, right? I think I've heard you mention those. I hear our chainsaw. Mostly clothes and accessories and a few other things. Nice. groove. Treat yourself to something nice. Comes the killer, rapidly. I'm just gonna whoom, yoinks past him. He's not gonna even spot me, which means I can go all the way down here. Rescue our kind. Miguel? Sable? Sable, I think. We'll go all the way up again, and we'll avoid getting basement capped by Baba. This way, Sybil. There goes Baba. No basement cabin in this house, Baba. No basement cabin in this house. Ha! Okay. Ooh. Oh, Baba resorting to M1. Went to a shit ton of stores, but it's so hard to find things I like. Since most of my closet is more alternative leaning. I see. We are getting a window into Vin. A window into Vin's closet. Alternative. Like, it can't be gothy, then you would like Sable, right? Alternative leaning. Is it like emo inside and outside? Okay. I didn't know that, Vin. Should we heal up? You like dark? Dark. Dark stuff and torn stuff and t-shirts with some edge or something like that. Oh, let's get out of here. Uh-oh. Yeah. Let's get away from Hawk so she can get rescued in peace and quiet. You know what? Let her hang. I'm gonna get myself a dance party. Don't even care. Somebody get her. Yes, she's gotten. Nice. 90% of my clothes are black, if not more. Nice. I'm wondering if I have any schoolgirls who are emo. I think I do. So they'll clothes be like mostly black and then a little bit of white. White text or a white picture or white something else. Hello. No. Yeah, didn't, Papa. Yeah, didn't. Ha! Oh! I like that one. Where the hell are you going, Papa? Gonna spend my energy on getting a haunt. Where are the others? There and down there. I'll recover first. Good job, you made the Papa sad. You know what? Why I don't like that Survivor, the early game, but the quickie that got me with like every pallet. You know why I don't mind that? I can of course not do that. I can stay away from the pallets and try to time them, and you know why I do it? Because because it's kind of what we want to do. It's gonna be a fun game, right? For her. Or just any survivor getting a pallet hit. I typically just go straight through. I don't mind if I get the pallet stun on me, because it's kind of what survivors hope, right? And then the one who's really trying to outsmart you, I typically hit. So she's gonna, yeah. So if she uses, well, that game didn't they make it out like 3 of them, and probably thanks to her, right? And also, like, when you play with a killer, I don't mind if they get like a good down sometime, a chainsaw sprint down or something like that, because you can kind of feel their enchantment through the screen, right? If you kind of, well, that I was an extremely sore loser when I was a kid, to my own and everybody else's detriment. Or I would get absolutely pissed whenever I lost. And I think I was like 14 years old or something. It's just dawned on me a day what a horrible person I am, getting mad every time I lose, because people just want to have fun playing the game, and I make it into an unfun experience, right? Did he have like a totem there? And I just decided I shouldn't be like that. I didn't know at that point how I should handle it. It took me many years to find out how I should handle those emotions. Now, you can empathize quite well with people, you know, you can watch them and get into their skin, right? And I think I've always been quite good at that, getting into people's skin and trying to feel how they feel and stuff like that. And what I figured out, there was this one friend of mine, a good friend of mine, I kind of hated when he won. Particularly bad, because we were kind of equal skill level and kind of competitive and stuff like that, right? And then I remember we were out playing one day, we were playing a board game, and he was gonna win this one. I saw it. It was in the cards. And I just decided, you know what? When he, and typically when he won, he made like a little yes or something. And then I get mad or sour or something, right? That was in the olden days when I was like 14. But nowadays I just bit it. I just kept it out about emotions. But this one night, I just decided, you know what? When he's gonna win, he's gonna do that, and I was just gonna go, yay, nice, good job, you know, and kind of. It was quite easy just to jump into his emotional state, to share his win, you know, or forget the loss. You just go into their point of view, and it's not like anything complicated. If I get knocked down, right, or I'm playing a killer, I get stunned, I can of course be kind of annoyed. Oh, I missed that hit or something like that. But I can also do like, oh, that must have felt good for the survivor, right? That must have been fun, and you can kind of take part in that emotion. Oh. Ah. And for example, him now, right? That was nice. Yes. Gotta give credit where it's due. And that kind of helped me stay out of the whole bad emotion thing, is right? Don't have to stay there. Emotions are very fickle. In psychology, they've got it down. I think it's like 4 or 5 seconds. So when you feel an emotion, you know, hurt or sadness or anger or something like that, if you can manage it pretty well, the change in your body chemistry and brain chemistry and stuff like that lasts for a few seconds. And if you can just overcome that, you the emotion is kind of gone, and you can then stay in that space if you want, if you just keep thinking about it and stuff. But if you can keep yourself from thinking about it, then it's over and done with. It takes no time. Yeah. Point method. That sounds interesting. Point as in a point system. Holmes and Rahe's stress scale. Does that have losing a child? No. But that must have been terrible, losing a child. Where she'd out my aunt back into the situation, but while living it, she moved her fingers from left to right in front of her face to bring that experience from the emotional part of her brain into the rational one. And my aunt said it actually really worked well and helped her overcome it. She'd put my aunt, yeah. That sounds like something I have not read about. My brother will probably know. He's a therapist, not just a psychology major. This is really interesting. I've learned a couple of methods to deal with emotions, but not that one. That therapy I've took a course in. DAT therapy, it's called. They have a number of things, but nothing like that. Yeah, and often you don't even notice that it works, or it doesn't seem like it works. For example, I had this psychologist who taught this course on DAT therapy. He has patients, and typically it's borderline patients, and borderline patients are typically patients that are a little bit difficult. Then they get the borderline diagnosis. It's typical self-harm and suicide attempts, and it's people who have real trouble managing their emotions. Typically it's rejection. That's like, oh, do you have borderline? I'm sorry if I mentioned that. You typically, or many patients who are borderline are typically in and out of the. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. But it typically involves patients who are in and out of the system a lot, and it's very difficult to help them. However, they don't have and if you look up the diagnosis, it's a little bit different than that, but that's typically how I have heard some psychologists mention those patients. Anyways, they're very difficult. Let's say can't really cure borderline. Live it now. And some patients have, and it's often what he talked about. He often took care of these patients who had self harm and stuff, and they were in and out of the system all the time, and it's like nothing helps, right? And what he does is he teaches them about emotions, and how they work, and what kind of emotions there are, and stuff. And then he does a couple of therapies. One of them is that you have to sign a contract with him that if you feel like self-harming or something like that, or if your thing is drinking, or if your thing is taking drugs or something like that, right? Destructive behavior. Then instead of going that route, you have to call him first, and you have to kind of do what he says. And not making a long story short, so this is just one of the simple things he did, right? So he would do stuff like, okay, how are you feeling? Okay, I see. And what's your plan to do? I think I'm gonna go to the shop and buy some alcohol, or I'm gonna hurt myself, or something like that. He said, okay, I see. So what I want you to do is go into the kitchen. Are you in the kitchen? And they'll say, yeah. And he'll say, do you have any, what's in your spice rack? And they'll say, okay, I have this and this and this and some, a pepper. Okay, pepper, is that like, can you grind it? Is that peppercorns? And they'll say, yeah. Okay, take 3 peppercorns, please, out of it, and then just eat them. And what? I don't want to do that. Oh, you have to do it. That's our deal. And they like chomp down on these 3 peppercorns, and and he would hear through the phone. Yeah. And you'd hear through the phone, and they'd say, it tastes so bad. And okay, what I want you to now do is, and then he would take the therapy further, and they'd go through the day, right? So, and then he'd meet them like on Monday, and then the therapy starts where they do like a chain analysis. It's called. They analyze what triggered this feeling of bad, and typically it's some sort of rejection. They had, let's say, aunt shopping trip, right? They had a shopping trip planned with an aunt. It's one of their favorite aunts, and then she cancelled last minute, and then suddenly that rejection just it wells up in them, and they feel so defeated and stuff. And then they felt like doing self harm, and he would say like, okay, and you called me, that was really good, you did the peppercorn thingy, yeah, I did that, okay, yeah. And have you self-harmed? No. What do you think about the peppercorn thingy? Oh, I hate it, that's so stupid, it didn't work at all. Well, it didn't self-harm. No, yeah, that was through my own great effort of that would be over and over again, that story, right? And they would feel like, I don't want it, if they feel that's they did it without the therapy, think that's fine. And who knows, perhaps it's true. But I the only thing I know is that it works, going through this routine every time, doing the contract, making them call. And he had patients that had been in and out of hospital and labeled almost like, uncurable and difficult or something. Not difficult. I used the wrong word there. So it's like no hope. Borderline patients. It's like nothing works. They'll be part of the system for a long time, and it'll either end in catastrophe, or they'll stay, be recurring guests at clinics for the rest of their lives. Kind of, that's the outlook most, or some therapists would give them. And he can get them to stay out of a clinic and not do self harm for, months and years, and stop treatment because they've gotten to a place where they can administer it on their own. I think it's the were elk. He's going for the rescue. He's going that way. Oh, I can open a rift. That much do you get for that? 600, 3,000 exhausted. I almost... Do I have enough for one of these? Crystal thingies? I have. I'll go back to the thingy. Anyways, that's that therapy. It has a lot of steps, it's quite complicated, but some of the simple things is... One of the simple things it has is distracting from emotions, which is the thing he has, and it has like a list of 400 things you could do that distracts from emotions. Put your hand into a tub of ice water with ice cubes in it, or you know, everything from going for a walk or whatever. Find some things that your patient is willing to do. Put a list down of like 20 things, and then just go through them. And then the one other thing is that acute telephone thing. So you're not gonna avoid, for example, rejection if that's their thing. You're not gonna avoid episodes where they go and get emotions they can't handle. Muy. Let's drop it. Nice. He went for the other one. Interesting therapeutic approach, and definitely something. And it works on people with autism and ADHD as well. It has some good. That's why I read about it. My daughter has autism and ADHD, and she's one of those. What's it called? Her type of troubles often lead to self-harm and stuff. So I thought I'd read about some of those therapeutic deals thingies. Oh, it just got done on its own. Nice. But she hasn't started yet. She threatens with it, right? Talks about it a lot. Hasn't done so yet. She's 13 so far. That's done. Let's go downstairs. Hope she doesn't go that way. Oh my lord. I got through. Not that way. I'm all over the place. There's one. One left. There must be one in the middle of the main area. We'll go to that one. And there are two others. They're coming this way. Dwight is good. Run. He did not come in here and see us. Let's run. Run away. Oh. There we go. Main area. Main area one. There it is. Wasn't it here? Wasn't it here? Am I blind? Oh my lord. Johan, you're English are bad. But my daughter has real trouble handling her emotions. That's definitely. Very little things set her off. And she has a few things she does. She has trouble playing games if other people win, or or I think it's mostly if she makes a mistake or somebody outsmarts her or wins against her or something like that. That's one thing that keeps her from being able to participate in classes, and school, normal school activities, and friendships. And she talks almost all the time, and she can't really. She has no patience for anyone else talking, I'm afraid. Which is again hard on finding friends. And keeping friendships. You see. Okay, cool. Before I go, Saber. Like a waterfall, yeah, exactly. Like a waterfall. She has so autism, of course, also makes her. It's difficult for her to get herself into. Oh my God, in others' place, and that others have other interests than hers. She'll have some weird Roblox game interest, and whoever it is, if it's a grandmother or a friend or a parent or whatever, she'll launch into talking about this thing, and she can talk about it for an hour, and she doesn't even explain that it's a game she's talking about. She'll just go, in Dandy's world there's a new killer, blah 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 blah. And I try to kind of teach her, So Dandy's world is a computer game, right? Have you told them on that? And it's one year that you play, and she has a hard time seeing that other people not necessarily share her interests, or so it's a part of the empathy is more complicated than just empathy, right? It's called theory of mind, and it has several stages and steps and abilities associated with it. One of which is to know that other people have other emotions and so on, but or other interests and stuff like that. But it's also like trying to take somebody else's point of view. Do they know this information, for example? One of the easy steps is that, Sally doll experiment, where you play with the child and you say, oh, look, I have a box of crayons. What do you think is in this box of crayons? They'll say, there's some crayons in the box of crayons. And you'll say, let's open it up. Oh no, it's actually candles. Did you see? It's small candles. Oh, nice. There's small candles in the box of crayons. And then they'll say, here is Sally. She's been outside. Let's bring her in. She's a doll, Sally, right? So, can you play act for Sally. What do you think Sally will say when we ask her about this? What will Sally say when we ask her about that? And then you, of course, go to the experiment, which is what will Sally say when we ask her what do you think is in the box of crayons? And of course, they'll say, well, she'll say it's candles because there's candles in the box of crayons. Well, she hasn't opened the box of crayons yet. What do you think she'll say? Well, she'll say it's candles. And that's some ability you get when you're like 6, 7-ish, while people with autism will be quite behind in that particular ability. I should not go upstairs, right? Because it got me. Hello. No hatch for me. So she's behind, so she might do the crayon test, but as a 13-year-old, she's quite behind in just that ability, and that's part of the MD ability, right, or theory of mind ability. And so she has a difficult time still at 13 to wrap her or be mindful of that people don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about a computer game or a video you've seen, or so that's one thing. And she has, I've read a heck of a lot of books about ADHD and autism, and it's the ADHD part that is the talk to like a rainfall, waterfall. I've read so much about it. I've asked so many people. I've been to so many lectures. I've studied it, and so far I haven't heard anyone. I've heard of a couple of small things that how do you treat that? How do you? One of is you use a ball, like a tennis ball, and you say, when you have the ball, it's your turn to speak, and you pass it around and stuff like that, right? That's it. Me and my wife, we've tried it with her, but we haven't spent hours and hours doing that thing. I think she got quite bored with it, yes, but it's not one we've tried, given her a wholehearted effort. We should probably, because that's one of the very few mentions of how to work with it. And the reason I want to work with it, or I feel like I probably should, is she's 13. You hate that game. She's 13 and she really is. She's still talking, and she can't manage other people talking and stuff, and it'll be detrimental to our friendships, I think. And you probably need a wholehearted effort kind of thingy from parents or therapists or something like that. And when we're done playing it, she can say, didn't help at all. I haven't gotten the slightest better at this, but we'll see a gradual change, right? Just like the peppercorns. And she'll be mad at us for doing it sometimes. Oh, we have to do this again, but we should probably keep at it because it's one of the very few. What I hoped to meet is some therapist who has actually worked with people where they have had good results, and they have some therapeutic thing that they can point to. This works, but all I've seen is that ball thingy, and I don't know if there were other things. There are some who are proven not to work. For example, getting an animal to improve your empathy and stuff like that, and theory of mind, there's not evidence basis for that helping at all, and she does not improve by being with child. Horrible idea. Animal thingies. Well, there are some animal therapeutic thingies like horse thingy and getting a dog and being together with one of those. The theory is that they'll learn empathy and theory of mind through an experience of having an animal friend. Evidence says they do not improve. There have been a number of tests. I've read some meta studies where they have looked at several experiments in that regard, and the evidence is that there is no significant effect on improvement on empathy and theory of mind. No. The problem with many of these tests or many of these therapeutic ideas, are that somebody gets the idea, let's say, can a gluten-free diet help with autism? I got my kid on a gluten-free diet. I think I've seen some improvements, and then they talk about it and it spreads, and some people try it out, and then they start the first tests, right? And they report really good results, and they do a few other studies and they report good results, and all of those studies are people who are quite biased and believe in this, and it's typically self-reporting studies that are cheap to make. Like the parents will fill out a questionnaire, is the child, rate the child on these a Likert scale from 1 to 5 on these thingies, and we can see improvement for each month because of the gluten-free diet or something. And then, because of those studies, they get to the really scientific studies where somebody says, okay, this is interesting. Some studies point to this being perhaps a thing. Let's check them out really, and then they do proper, well-funded, double-blind studies where the people involved don't know if they're getting a gluten-free diet or not, so they'll get food delivered for months, and some of the food will have gluten-free thingies, and some of them will contain gluten in them, and you don't know which part you are, and you're eating the same thing. They just change out one ingredient or something, right? And the lab assistants don't know which group you're in, so you're just one of the parents, and then they do assessment of the kids and everything like that, and over and over and over and over again, the gluten-free thingy in those studies has absolutely no effect. You can see the control group, you can see the other group, they are improving just as good or not at all or whatever. Typically they are improving because they have parents who have put them into studies, which means other parts of their lives are also going through changes and stuff, right? So they're working with the school to do things and stuff like that. Anyways, so over and over again, those really scientific studies see absolutely no difference between the two groups, those who get gluten and not. And number two, they all, when asked, all parents, when asked to self-report, do you see a change, say yes. We see a great result. I think we're in the gluten-free group. so that's one that typically really often comes up. A positive if it's a cheap self-reporting study, but has just over and over again been proven to not have any significant improvement when you do a double-blind and a control group study. It's just so there's probably no effect of if you just take that, a gluten-free diet. And they've done it they did it 3 months, and then somebody said 3 months is too short, so okay, we do it 1 year, and 1 year is too short, okay, we do it. And it's over and over again with a lot of people, and it's the same result every time. And then they do a study where it's all parents get the gluten-free diet and they self-report, and boom, great results. so it's tricky science, getting the evidence-based, and the same with the animal therapy thingy. If you do a self-report study, they'll they'll show good results. Parents will say she has such a good relationship with this horse. She's improved so and so much in these areas and stuff. But if you do a proper test where you measure their skill set, theory of mind, you just with professionals, you see there's no improvement other than the one we would expect by time from other people with the same diagnosis, her age, and stuff like that. So, I mean, am I boring you with the studies? And anyways, that's my field of interest, right? My psychology and especially ADD and autism and then of course teaching psychology, I guess. That said, there are things that work. There are evidence-based practices that are really good. One of them is structure. Yeah. So both with autism and ADHD, if you have structure and you have well prepared, for example, teachers, they are extremely well prepared for the month ahead, for the week ahead, for the class today, and they have a schedule for the class that they put up on the whiteboard or the computer or whatever, and they have a plan for the month, and they know that your next assignment will be in 1 month. If the teacher is really well prepared and has everything like written down, and it will be it has an extremely good effect on people with autism and ADHD, and it has a positive effect on everybody, as well as just regular students who don't have any diagnosis. It might be a little bit more stressful for the teacher to plan all this thing ahead, and it's like a struggle to try to keep explaining for teachers, if you plan all of this, and what they do is, no, okay, yeah, I've heard the theory, and then of course Monday comes around and they show up and they haven't planned anything, and the kid with ADHD freaks out because the 10 first minutes go by, teachers in there, and then they come and, I've been copying these papers, and there was a mistake here, and suddenly he has a freak out, and it's difficult for the teacher to see that if you were there on time, calm, everything was prepared, this wouldn't perhaps happen. And that is probably like structure and preparedness from the teachers, probably the at least in the top 3, that'll just instantly make it a better class for all students, including the ones with ADHD and autism. It's a kind of a losing battle, being on the, I wouldn't call myself an expert yet, so I'll soon get a master's degree in special education, right? And hopefully I'll get a PhD in special education. At that point I can perhaps call myself an expert in that, but getting teachers to change their routine of teaching that I have been doing for 20 years is, they'll keep saying, well, it's the student, he's absolutely, you can't teach him, he'll go bananas. It's the student's fault. Well, we can't change his diagnosis, right? He has this diagnosis. What we can change is the environment around him. Do small changes that'll hopefully make it a learning environment that's inclusive, that's called, which can room students with special needs. Another thing is, you must not get emotional. Take everything without, either in body or in voice, body language and voice and anything like that. You mustn't react. So we have some kids here, for example, they have autism, let's say, and they have PTSD at this point because they've had some really horrible experiences in school, and quite fast their fight-flight response will trigger, right? What we can do is, if you're a teacher that just at no point becomes threatening or, takes that position, so even if the student flips out, even if the student says, it's English is the most boring subject in the world, oh, you're horrible, or something like that, right? You just say, oh, okay, you keep your voice down, you mustn't be threatening, I see, and you let them escape. Now they're gonna escape, and you won't be mad. Sometimes when you get close to them, you just kneel a little bit, go down to their level and stuff like that. You can keep your voice down, and you realize that what you say is more important. No, sorry. How you say it is more important than what you say. So typically, you'll see teachers say like, they'll say like, "Jeez, okay then," and what they don't understand is the kid with ADHD doesn't hear, "Okay, you are allowed to do this." They hear, "I'm so frustrated with you. You're horrible." That's what they hear because you said it in that tone, right? And so you must never have that tone, and it's quite difficult. You to just be calm all the time and nod and smile and say nothing at all, perhaps, and just repeat what they said. And you can't do it either. That they'll be. So if they say, "Oh, this is a horrible subject," you say you can't do like. In theory, you should say like, "Oh, I hear you're having, yeah, you're saying that you don't like English as a subject," but that's not the right thing to say. That sometimes that's the right thing. They just repeat what they're saying, but so you should probably say something like, you know, they'll say something like that because you said we have an assignment or something. So you just say something like, I see, I hear you. So, scale 1 to 10, how much energy do you have for, you know, doing English work today? And they'll say, minus 10. Oof, I definitely hear you. Okay. Well, definitely doing English is then off the table. And do you have anything else you can do? Any other homework or something like that? And you just keep your voice calm, and you work with them, and you show that you hear them, and you say, no bother, we'll do something else. How would you feel like drawing a little bit and stuff like that? Or do you need a little break? You want to go to the canteen and buy something, come back, or go for a walk, or something, right? So you kind of figure out how to deal with it and not get that. So what you need to do is break that cycle of this kid has had over and over again bad experiences with teacher. They're yelling at him, he's yelling at them, they're yelling at him. This teacher will never yell at me. I have nothing to fear here. This is a safe place. He wants me to do well, and he wants to do so without us getting into fights, and he's okay with me being mad. That's quite okay, However, he won't get mad. And if you can kind of get that routine up, you can kind of break the PTSD cycle kind of thingy of just horrible experiences with teachers over and over again. No. Oh, that's a nice nurse. Whoa, flowers in there. That's a nice skin. Do you own that skin, Vin? So that's another technique that's proven to work, right? So if you can get teachers to work with those kind of, one of the, I think, theorists who works a lot with it is called, I think, Ross Green, and he's called, like, his books are called, one of his books that I've read some at least extracts from is called The Explosive Child. And stuff like that. It's really good, serious work on how to try to get the, impossible kid who will never participate in anything at school to rejoin schoolwork. I feel like opening up a rift, getting those points. Should we just go back? How much did I get? 3,000 again. And if I leave again and now go over here and kick that pumpkin, we're at 100. I shouldn't have spent my time doing this. Sorry guys. Let's get back on. This one is fixed. Okay, that one is fixed. I have of course forgotten where she's back up here. So the one up there is not fixed. That's one of the 3. I'll go. She's getting chased. Okay, let me leave them to it. Let's see if any of the ones in the back here are. There's one. Let's go, guys. Let's go. She's chasing somebody over there. They're coming this way. Not her radius anymore. And there's one. So 1, 1, 1. Okay, check. Let's stick to this one. Oh, that one's almost finished. Shall I join him? Well, let's stick to this one. This one is at 50 now. So if he gets chased, he missed the skill check. We're exposed. Where is she getting hooked? She's going to that one, not mine. She's going to mine, damn it. Damn, that was so stupid. That was so stupid. And I want death up. Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, I was out. I had the game cinched. Could have got my tomb chance. And I missed him at the last thingy. There we go. We're at 1:45 minutes. 1 hour 45 minutes. It's 1:20 a.m. I should probably check on daughter. Should we stop stream here or not? That's the question. Nerd Wizard. I feel like putting a better one on. Something like that. Oh, am I out? I am. Let's get one more. use this one. Can live with that. Now, let's check on daughter and then decide. I might say that's it for the stream. I think so. Because it's getting late and I think I wanna just watch something and nod off. But then again, after I checked on daughter, I might say, you know what, I feel like playing on market. Let's see. Anyways, I'll leave the stream on for now. There, we have two. Let's bring the phone just in case. I checked on daughter. If anyone's here, if Vin is here or anyone else, I'll give you an update if you want. If not, I'll just jump into the game and think I'll do one or two more cracks at the Kate challenge. Anyways, perhaps I'll just tell it into the ether. My daughter's so weird sometimes. I'll tell why, that's it. Gerald wants one more snack thingy. So I go upstairs and I'll do a couple of little errands for myself. I'll go to the bathroom and stuff. But my main reason is checking in on the daughter, right? So I go and look in her room. She has a little playroom, TV room thingy, and she has a bedroom. So I check into her playroom, TV room. She woke at 6 p.m. today, so she's not going to sleep again. So I look in and it's empty. TV is probably on pause or something, but I'm no joke. But nobody's there. So I'm thinking, she's probably in the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. The other one, we have two. She only uses one, and it's forbidden for dad to use that one. So I go to the other one. I finish up. I check back her room. She's not back yet. Okay, let me check her bathroom. So I check her bathroom. The lights off. And I look at where her bedroom is, the door's open, so she's not sleeping there. So I'm wondering, what the frick? Is she with her mom or something? Her mom's asleep, but she might have gone in there. But then I look out and we have like a door that opens out onto a patio thing. And the door has like colored glass. And I see the light is on in the patio. And by the way, I didn't notice that when I went to the bathroom and stuff, but I didn't see anyone. This time I see a person there. It's Johanna. She's wearing her mother's. She's in her PJs, wearing her mother's, like one of her warmer coats and her mother's shoes. And she has just went out there too. I guess because it's cold and the nighttime and still and stars around. So she's just went out to enjoy herself. And I of course have to say, Johanna, and scared the jeeps out of her. But that was a little bit weird. But then I tucked her in, she got in again. She's a little bit cold, so she got a blanket. And she got something to eat, a banana and some crisps. And she got something to drink, a glass of cold water. I made sure she had her phone and it's charged. And then, and she said some kind words, so I'm happy about that. And then I went downstairs to Jen, who's here, still hungry as ever. When isn't he? Yeah, Gerald. Very like us, huh? Ishmael. Ja, very like us. Oi. Very like us, Gerald. Mitt på natten now. You're tired, Gerald. Go and get some sleep. It's 1:40 a.m. We're typically asleep by now. Just because Dad is eating crisps in front of the computer doesn't mean you have to get up. That's I guess a little bit annoying, I guess you can say, quirk about dogs. So they'll never be full, right? So, no matter what, even if you give them the biggest, best meal in the entire world, and they're absolutely stuffed, as soon as you sit down and eat something, they're there begging. They'll never stop. Which is a little bit. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Oh, I almost got him. Oh, he's got blood warden thingy or whatever it's called. Not blood warden, blood something. I think it's a hex thingy, right? That's probably the hex we saw. Pam Pam 101 is about to pop one. So is Hashoku Haki. Computer player number 0. Pam Pam. Milky Way 24. What names? Can't you call yourself whatever you want? Does it have to be unique? Doesn't have to be unique, right? Because you can just call yourself a survivor name. Must be thousands that call themselves that. And if you can call yourself whatever you want, why would you call yourself Milky Way 24? Unless I guess you want to keep to a particular name that you've kind of built up or are identified with on other platforms. I never got the numbers thingy. I have typed it in that from time to time. If I'm doing something I'm not really invested in, and my typical ones are taken, but they suggest like number 1 or 2. Okay, I guess, and I'll take that. And also I think for my daughter, I think she wanted a nickname. Very nice of Swiss. Nicely done. Where is he? Why did it sound like that? Okay, should we? No, or not? Do we end that thingy and then run away? You might go for the second round there. I think it's good to run away here. Let's pray properly for once. Unless somebody's in the chase, in which case we jump back up. Chase is all the way out there, and he can't jump now unless he goes through the thingy. Rift. Do we hear if Killer goes through Rift? He destroyed the totem out there. This is well, if you're doing that, I'm moving. Did she want to communicate that? Was that what she wanted to do? She probably did. I am bad at communication in these games. That's a theory of mine thingy, so that particular part I have real difficulty with. Really? Damn it. No reason to do this. I never understand why survivors do this, and now I jump right into it. Just leave out. Nobody gets hooked. Stay on the gin. That's the perfect counter, not jumping into take hits and what have you. I'll rescue you and then I'll run back to this thing. Unless he's in a chase. He's looking this way. I'll go all the way upstairs. Let's fix a gen instead of running around. Because I want to escape a trial once. Played that, don't know how many. Nobody's on a gen. Well, there have been some games where people have been on gens. Those games, the killers were just too good. Oh my lord. Fix that one, let's get out of here. Go to the one we can't seem to fix. If somebody was just in gens, we would have fixed long ago, I think, this game. Because 3 are almost done, or have been for so long. Nobody's ever on gens though. That's why. Let's go to the rift thingy. Ugh. I guess not. I guess it's hook time for me. yourself. Ilse, get there. Might as well. Where's the killer? Eyes on me. No. And he's gonna do that. And she's hiding. Oh my lord. That can finish. I will take one more crack at this. Random queuing kids challenge. Let's do one more. I don't know why. I shouldn't. I should play something that I progress in. Some tome challenge that I, no matter how bad the cues are and stuff. And no matter how bad I'm playing, that I'm kind of progressing. These generators I don't know. Use medkits. Which are plenty of those that I'm missing, I think. hope I'm still bringing some broad party streamer. Let's do it this time for once. Escape. Just a second. Jesus. Just got Franklin's demise. Okay, pop over Franklin's. I see, I see. Said the blind man. He's following me still. First look, first chill. Kan vi get in? We can. Kvinna. There's another gen here. There's one. There we just kicked it. Almost at 100. We'll go. Let's do another one, or should we go back up to that one? Let's go back. Now let's do another one. It's far. My lord, he's right there. We've got Hook where? Hook's right there. Let's go upstairs. Get some void energy. Transfer to that thing. Destroying pumpkin all day long. I'll do. Getting close to him. Can't see him, but he is close. have enough for both, right? Should I get like a little pumpkin to get enough? Is he coming in? He's not. Do we heal? It's coming. It's coming for me. Let's go roll and finish this thingy from regressing. Okay. Hawk right there. He knows it. Everybody knows that. Okay. Finish that gen, yeah. Let's finish that gen. I should go far away from all of that strife and trouble. Go here. Get myself out. Where did I lose my little thingy? That one is. Perhaps I'll get them at here. I'm the only one who know me and Connie are that. Let's find agendas. Not finished. A couple of these. Search in there, no. Search in here, sure. It's not finished, yes, there Hello, Fuma. No, I'm thinking of making it the last game because, by the way, Nate had told me that you were gonna watch the football game against Faroese, or it was gonna be in your hometown at least. I'm just gonna clear up this. He dropped me. That's so nice. We won against Czechoslovakia. Oh, nice. And people are stoked because we have a chance of qualifying to Worlds, although it's extremely small. But we'll take any chance. The underdog. Now Croatia's a good team, right? I was talking to another friend of mine, or my brother-in-law actually, and he was talking about how good our team, you know, for example the former Yugoslavia, how good they were, and then even when it got split, oh no, even when it got split, it's still, you know, a couple of the best teams in the world there. I've got some wriggle chance here, I can say. Okay, I'm definitely dead. Let's try this. What do I do here? There's a vault there. I guess I can go for. Dead I am. He gets one kill. I think this is like my 6th game or 5th game or something with Kate, and I only want to. My Thomas only to escape. I just can't do it. Just can't do it. I think 2 or 3 have ended this way. Exit is powered. I'm a dead hook. I get that. Oh. Yeah. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, it's the adept thingy. Hello, Re. It's the. Let's see here. But it's not the Steam adept thingy. I don't have the Steam thingy. Classic Kate, it's called. It's Mama for Croatia. I see. Yeah, I'm solo queuing. Yeah, and I'm probably. I was thinking of making that my final game because I've been playing so long. Listen, but now that you two are here, I'll take another one before I go to bed. I'm so tired. I've been sheep herding today, so I'm beat. Oh yeah. If you guys wanna, it's probably just gonna be one game. But if you guys wanna, or Ray, you wanna join one game, then gladly. But don't play any different than. It's just a challenge that I'll have in the background until I finish it, and then I'm not that worried I won't finish it today or something. And I've been playing badly today. I'm so beat and tired. Ugh. Dog's here. He wants my sausage. Or my snack salami. No, better turn the camera so you can see. Yeah. You can get it. Okay. No snacks 11 for me, I guess. Vin convinced me to give him one, and then he's been eyeballing all those snacks 11s whenever before. That was my last one. So now I'm on Gifter instead. This one is not for you, Joe. Hello, Nate. Two heads of somebody and a dog head. The dog head I can recognize. This is Dad's. You go. Very like I said. Go and lie down. Very like I said. By the way, sheep herding today we had. This is the first time I've ever been with sheep dogs. And it was untrained sheepdogs, so it was just like two. Yes, a cutie. One of the regular herders who owns part of the sheep and that field, and one I haven't herded with before, so he doesn't own any sheep on that field. Joined with their untrained dogs, so I think they've bought some sheepdogs. They plan on training them, and they haven't had time yet, but they just brought them. And I thought it was gonna be chaos and stuff, but they were actually kind of good, and it went so well with the dogs because they just work so hard, right? Even though they're they don't really know what to do. They just had like a long rope and the dog's collar at first, and then sometimes they dared let them free a little bit. The dogs just make so many long runs that even if you can't control them, tell them where to go exactly, then they still make quite a difference. Getting the sheep, corralled. And then I learned a little bit about sheep herding with dogs. So he has like commands, right? And I noticed he was calling one of the dogs' name was Eve, and he was speaking English, right? He was saying, "Lay down, Eve, lay down, and stuff like that. And I couldn't hear all the commands, but so I asked him, you're speaking English, and he was like, "Yeah, well, it's a set of commands that are like kind of standard, and the way you do is you give the commands and they mean a certain thing, and they're like standard commands, so somebody else can take over and use the dog. And also the commands are quite different in tone. That makes it easier for the dog, but also they're so different in tone that you could whistle them, so you can kind of turn them into a whistle, and when the dog is far away, a mile that way, you can still like give the command. And the commands are like, way means go right, come back means go left, lay down means lay down, that'll do means stop and come back to me, I think. And even though come back sounds like it should be come back to the owner. No, that's left, go left. So I think it's like way, come back, yeah, they do that, right? And one whistle is like, that's way, and it will be that. So they so they have like these commands that are kind of it's really interesting, and seeing them try to. And it was especially bringing the sheep to the slaughter that where the dogs really learned something, because this time of year is the slaughter season, so you herd all the sheep down to a fenced thingy, a fenced area, which is in Faroese called a rat. There's chill in shack. I'll just go until killer shows up. He's got Hex Ruin. Hex Ruin, I might go on a little Hex Ruin hunt. This is a big map though. Big map. And it's Billy, right? Array's getting chased. Anyways, we heard all the sheep to fenced area. It took like probably 2 hours. Rune is so popular in this event, don't know why. Well, is it making a comeback? Or people too busy, players too busy going to the rift or what it's called instead of searching for Hex? Jesus. Who's down? Danny. He's down all the way over there. See if we can finish this and then I'll go heal. Hex Ruin makes me want to finish the gens. Sorry, Danny. Coming. Should make him before the killer comes back, right? Although Billy will sprint quite fast over here when he gets the chance. He's up. Nice. Okay. I'll follow and heal. Here he comes. No? Where do we go? To my lovely, there's Jin right over here. Let's just get on the second Jin. Found the Hex. Can you see where it is? Ray? It's in the corner here behind the gas thingy. It looks like I'm gonna be able to fix it. Should I hide? He's not in a chase, I'm gonna hide. Damn, I was too slow. And Billy's too fast. What can I say? Should have run. Nathan liked that one. He's coming charging. I'm like, I'll just sneak this way. It was a good plan, but poorly thought out. Seeing the circumstances, of course she's gonna jump back, revenge that Hex Ruin thingy, and it's Billy, he's gonna be so fast. Well, thank you very much, oops. Salvador. He's gonna... It sounds like he thought about coming back to it, but he didn't. Kindly thank you, Salvador. Okay. You just wanna be injured. Two gens done. 2 hooks in. We're doing really good. And Hex Ruin 1 perk disabled. Doing really good. And now Ray is keeping killer busy again. Very nice. Then I sealing Salvador up. rift opening there. If I do wanna go for a shard, raise down. We've gotten really good progress though. They're gonna pop one, unless he's got Pinris. He did have some. Damn. Damn it. He's gonna come here. They're popping. He's gonna go straight over there. Unless he sees me. And there's nothing to hide behind. I'm so stupid. I wish I knew how to play this game sometime. Got like juke killers. The vet skulls, yeah. You can kick those. Advil is convinced they're slower to kick this time around. The animation is slower. So it's slow-mo skulls this time around. Down, he is down. I'm on Death Hook. Everybody else is on one. Getting rescued. Should we heal or run? We heal or run, I mean. So there's a gen there, but he knows it's close. Oh, somebody went down. Let's go for the rescue. Perhaps I should go Rift, get a shard and make that. Do some gen progress. Oh. Go this way. I will do Rifting. Just to get out of. Just to get away from the cannon. There's a hook there. Is he gonna come back to this hook? That's the question. Oh, he's got barbecue or something. So he can see me all the time. We are dead. A skull, he kicked a skull there. Oh, yeah, it was a nice effort. And we had fun. Got to get blindsided, I believe, by a few times. That was fun. Oh, however, it's so late and I'm so beat. I need to go to Betsky. Ryun, I think I've played against them before. And if I remember correctly, I think he was Hellblade last time. Jeez. as always. Knows how to do it. Whoa, that was a nice one. By both Billy and Ray. Oof, bamboozle. Bamboozle still there. Bamboozle gone. Nice. Nice. Well done. Poor killer. Nice. So 2 exegates. They're quite far apart, but with ability that doesn't matter that much. Salvatore is almost finished opening the other one. She's got a crystal ready to pop. Or he is. Done, Dwight. Going to Salvatore's. Exegate. I think that's red play. Killer will hang around that one for a while. Figuring you go back. Very nice. Ray knows how to do it. Ray and another player called Lucas used to play regularly, Jenny, and playing. They were always so good, I always felt bad playing with them because I always died like this. They would work and work and work. 1600 company. Does that mean 1600 hours put into a computer playing Dead by Daylight or something? I'm not sure of that. Phrasing. Hours, yeah, nice. Very nice. Danny did not make it out. He was probably my level. Or a little bit better, perhaps. Sorry, Danny. Oy. And I'm very sorry to leave you guys, but it's so late. I won't get any better by playing anymore. It's just gonna go wrong way. So I think I will say goodnight, and I'll be back tomorrow. Is the plan. Hopefully a little bit more rested for gameplay. Perhaps it'll last a little bit longer. Thank you. And thank you for helping me. See you, Nita and Fuma. Good night, and thank you very much for stopping by. and yeah, yeah, I'll introduce you to Fuma and Nate another time, right? Cool, cool.